Hey, it's the Ultimate Handyman. Today I want to show you how you can easily patch small holes in sheetrock without doing any sanding. So the first thing I want to show you is what I use to patch the holes in the sheetrock. I like to use this USG sheetrock brand Easy Sand 5 patching compound. So what the 5 means is that you have 5 minutes of work time before this stuff starts to set up. Now they do make a 20-minute, a 40-minute, and a 90-minute patching compound. If you don't feel comfortable working with the 5-minute, if you feel like you need more time, you can go to the 20. 20 usually seems like it's good enough. It gives you enough time to fill in a lot of holes in a bedroom. But if you're in a hurry and you want this stuff to dry fast and so you can finish your job, you want to definitely use the 5-minute patching compound. I wanted to let you know that they do carry a smaller container of the Easy Sand 5 patching compound, and they do carry this product at Lowe's. That's where I picked this up at. All right, so I put a little bit of the compound in my pan. Now I'm gonna add just a little bit of clean water to this. Not too much. Now you're gonna wanna do this quickly because as soon as this stuff touches the water, it's gonna start to activate the hardeners in it, and it's gonna wanna start to dry on you in 5 minutes. So go as fast as you can. Now, if you mix it too soupy, like I did, you can add more of the dry mix to it. I think I'm gonna do that. Just a little more dry mix so I get the right consistency that I want. Now, if you mix it too dry, you can always add more water as well. That's pretty good right there. That's a good consistency. Okay, let's get this on the holes. All right, so these holes I'm filling in are about a 1/4 inch wide. They're left from some anchors that we had in the wall holding up a shelf. And these anchors do quite a bit of damage to the wall. So what I like to do when I fill the holes in is I carefully, use my finger, fill in the hole. And you don't want to wipe too much of this on the wall. You want to keep it as close to the hole as possible. And then you're gonna wanna wipe it clean, just like that. Now, what a lot of people do when they fill in holes is they put the compound on like this, and then they don't wipe it smooth. Then they'll let the compound dry on the wall. They'll come back with some sandpaper and sand it. And what you're doing is you're actually filling in the texture, and you're actually gonna change the look of the texture. And you're gonna notice this after you paint it. And if you do this to 10, 15 holes on one of your walls, it's gonna be very noticeable and it's gonna look terrible. You see this in a lot of older homes that have had a lot of patch jobs done to them. So what you do, you always wanna wipe this clean, like that. And then what we're gonna do after this sets up, maybe 10 to 15 minutes after it is set, we're gonna hit it with the sanding sponge, and we're gonna wipe out all this compound that has filled in the texture grooves. And that'll bring it back to where you won't notice these holes as much. You probably won't notice them at all after I paint. Okay, so the compound has set up. Now we're gonna take our sanding sponge with the rough side, our coarse side, and we're gonna wipe all the little crevices that were filled with compound. Just like that. That way we're not filling in the texture and changing the look of it. And we'll go over the whole surface. Now let's do that for this hole. Pressing pretty hard with my finger, just like that. All right, and that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna let this dry and I'll hit it with some paint to show you guys what it looks like once it's painted. All right, so I wanted to show you the wall after I put 2 coats of paint on it. The paint is a little bit wet still, but I cannot tell where those holes are just from looking at the wall. I can't even tell in the viewfinder on the camera where those holes were. So yeah, that patch job came out pretty good. I'm gonna zoom out and show you the entirety of the wall where those holes were. Now, I wanted to point out that if you have any holes that are bigger than the 1/4 inch holes I showed you here, you're gonna have to probably texture around those holes to make them blend in. But I think 1/4 inch is about the max you're gonna get away with without texturing. Yeah, so if you have a 1/2 inch, maybe 1 inch hole and beyond, you're gonna have to retexture the area. But we're not talking about texture in this video, we're just talking about patching holes. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section. And I need you to do me a huge favor. I'm trying to build this YouTube channel to one of the biggest how-to and build channels on YouTube. So if you can subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me out a lot. And also share these videos with your family and friends. And while you're at that, give this video a big thumbs up. And I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you the next project. And also check out my other videos here. You might find them very helpful.